Australia Day honours go to A-listers, grassroots community leaders and rabbi. The 2020 Australia Day honours list is a roll call of dedicated Australians who have excelled in their fields. A total of 837 people, ranging in age from 19 to 97, made this year's list. Many more women than in previous years are being honoured, 41.6%, in the wake of the Governor-General prioritising gender parity in the awards. So who are some of the people who made the cut? Rachel Griffiths, AM. The arts were strongly represented in this year's list. Actress Rachel Griffiths said she was humbled to receive an honour, because the arts and entertainment industry was not as critical to the nation as others. "I'm not saving lives and, compared to the incredible bravery and courage of Australians around the country, our volunteer firefighters and other community organisations, it's easy to dismiss what we do as artists as non-critical," Griffiths said. "But look, I think in tough times, the arts bring joy, so I think back to the highlights of my career that people pull out for me, which is, dancing to ABBA. If that's 5 minutes of joy, I think it can mean a lot." Tim Minchin, AM. Comedian and artist Tim Minchin said he saw his Order of Australia medal as a nod to the importance of art in society. "There is no functioning democracy that's ever existed on the planet that hasn't had strong art," Minchin said. He said he hoped in future Australia Day and the awarding of honours would be on a different date. "I think a nation giving out awards is a nice thing, and I don't think that should be abolished," he said. "But I look forward to a time when they're given out on a different day, which I'm absolutely sure will happen." Wesley Enoch, AM. Playwright and Sydney Festival Artistic Director Wesley Enoch was appointed a member of the Order of Australia for significant service to the performing arts as an Indigenous director and playwright. He said the arts remained a difficult industry and it was a privilege to be recognised for his contribution. "It's quite heartening because as an artist there aren't many rewards, but the country has said actually we think that what you've done is significant," he said. Keith Urban, AO. Country music singer Keith Urban received a nod for distinguished service to the performing arts as a singer and songwriter, and to charitable organizations. He said as a boy from Caboolture in Queensland, it was humbling to be recognized with the honor. "I feel like one of the lucky ones, to have found my passion for music so early on and experience firsthand the importance of giving back. I thank everyone that made this possible," Urban said. Ian Healy, AO. Former international Test cricketer turned broadcaster Ian Healy was acknowledged for his efforts helping children get a leg up in sport, as well as for his career as a player. He said it was important for all kids to play sport, and children from disadvantaged backgrounds needed to be given pathways to achieve. "I've always had lots of support from my family, so I know those things are crucial," Healy said. "Having a profile enables you to connect with other people and help other people that need it." Leif Cox, OAM. For some on the list, the achievement of an Order of Australia medal was bittersweet. Leif Cox has dedicated his life to orangutan conservation, something he says is an uphill battle. "We have supported the rescue, rehabilitation, and release of orangutans into secure habitats, and I myself have taken them all the way from birth all the way into the wild," he said. "But at the moment we've got our backs against the wall, the destruction of habitats continues unabated and in some cases increases. So we've got about another 10 years to be able to protect and piece together viable ecosystems that will survive. After that, we may have some rainforests, we may have some orangutans, but it won't be sustainable anymore, it will collapse." Rabbi Zalman Kastel, AM. Rabbi Zalman Kastel was appointed a member of the Order of Australia for his work teaching tolerance and interfaith understanding to school children. He credited his achievements to the work of his organization, Together for Humanity. We are a diverse country and that you can come from anywhere and still be Australian. A lot of young people are a bit confused about that, he said. Jacqueline McGill, AO. There were also those credited for their work breaking down gender prejudices in the corporate world. Jacqueline McGill was lauded for her distinguished service to the minerals and mining sector, and to gender equity and workplace diversity. Everything I did in terms of gender, through a gender lens, always resulted in better outcomes for everyone, she said. Rebecca Robertson, OAM, and Georgie Stone, OAM. Mother and daughter duo Rebecca Robertson and Georgie Stone have been recognized for their service to the trans and gender-diverse communities. Stone, who is the first trans actor to appear on the Australian soap Neighbours, said she believed her work was a reflection of how society's attitudes had progressed. I think it also reflects how eager people are to learn and educate themselves, Ms. Stone said. There are so many trans young people I know who really want to share their stories, who really want to be visible. They've got so much to offer and they're so passionate. Robertson is an author and activist who in 2012 founded a parent-led peer support group and information hub for families with transgender children called Transcend.